The Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division after 21 games skated. They have a record of 7-11-3. 17 points has them, well back of first place in the Central Division. We'll update those standings here in a moment. The Preds' next game will take place on the road where their season record is 2-5-3. The Predators have scored 50 goals this season. They have given up 65 goals against. There's a goal differential of -15. Now, before we talk about the Predators and the Devils meeting for the first of 2 times this season, let's update you on the latest Central Division standings. The Winnipeg Jets are still in first place, but now they have a record of 17-4-0. 34 points has them 4 points clear of second place Minnesota and 8 points clear of third place Dallas. Then on the outside of the automatic playoff qualifying positions. First time I've mentioned that this season. Just wanted to try it out. Colorado Avalanche are in 4th place with 24 points. The Utah Hockey Club is in 5th place in the Central Division with 19, tied with St. Louis, also at 19 points in 6th place. The Predators are in 7th place with 17 points, and the Chicago Blackhawks, in their customary last place position, have 16 points on the season. For the Predators, after a 1-game homestand against Winnipeg, now a 1-game road trip off to New Jersey, then back home for at least 2 games. Wednesday versus the Philadelphia Flyers, and then Friday versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, then immediately onto the road Saturday at Minnesota. First time the Preds and the Wild have met this season, on the 4th of December at the Toronto Maple Leafs, on the 5th of December at the Montreal Canadiens. Now, the Predators and the Devils haven't met yet this year. They will do that in this Monday night game, and then they will meet one more time on February the 23rd when the Predators host the New Jersey Devils here at Bridgestone Arena. Let's talk about the Devils for a moment. They are 14-7-2 on the season. If you haven't checked in on a lot of Eastern Conference hockey, you may be surprised to learn that the Devils' 30 points is first in the Metropolitan Division, and they are performing at quite a high level. At 5-3-2 on home ice, they've scored 79 goals on the season. They've given up 60 goals against. It's a goal differential of +19. Let's talk about their most recent stretch of completed 5 games. 11-12, that's November the 12th. It's a 4-1 win at the Florida Panthers, and on the 14th, a 6-2 win at the Florida Panthers. So 2 consecutive victories in Florida. Of course, the Predators went to Florida once this season, and it didn't go quite that well. The 16th of November, a 4-0 loss at Tampa Bay. On the 21st of November, a 4-2 win versus Carolina, and most recently, on the 23rd of November, a 3-2 win at the Washington Capitals. It was Allen getting the start, picking up the victory, 24 out of 25 in that game. When you start comparing these 2 teams, quite a different season through the first quarter. Their season NHL ranks and numbers at this moment in time. The Predators at 2.38 goals per game. It's hard to believe I'm saying this, but that is an uptick. They were 32nd in the NHL, now 29th in the NHL, but 2.38 is not good enough, because the Devils are at 3.43 goals per game. That is 11th best in the NHL, and their offense has been fairly prolific the first quarter of the season. The Predators are giving up 3.10 goals per game. That's 17th in the NHL, while the Devils are giving up 2.61 goals against per game. That's 7th best in the league. In the shots on goal category, 30 for the Predators, even is 13th in the league, 29.8 for the Devils. It's 15th in the NHL. In the shots against category, the Predators are giving up 29.8 shots on goal per game. That's 24th overall. 27.2 for the Devils is 7th overall. So the Devils, another top 10 metric right here. And matter of fact, special teams will bring them 2 more top 10 metrics coming up. So this special teams battle right here is going to be highly interesting. You don't typically see all 4 special teams units rated this highly. So let's talk about that. The Predators' power play at 22.7% is the 10th best power play in the NHL. They have 15 power play goals on 66 opportunities, while the Devils are converting at 31%. That is, wow, that's otherworldly. Second best in the NHL, 22 out of 71. So the Predators just faced off against the number 1 power play in the NHL, the Winnipeg Jets. Now they'll go to New Jersey to face off against the number 2 power play in the league, the New Jersey Devils. Now, what is helping the Nashville Predators out so much? It's their best rated penalty kill in the NHL, 91.7% kill rate, and they've only given up 6 power play goals against. Now, the Devils, PK, not that bad, 82.3%, a really reasonable penalty kill rate. As a matter of fact, it's 9th best in the NHL, and they've only given up 11 power play goals against on the season. So the Devils have 4 top 10 metrics out of the 6 statistical items that we have discussed right here. The Predators only have 1, but it is the single best penalty kill unit in the NHL. When it comes to the individual leaders for each team, again, I mentioned the word prolific, and I mentioned offense with that when it comes to the Devils. And let's talk about their top 5 scorers right here, because their top 5 scorers would all be ahead of the Nashville Predators' number 1 overall scorer. Bratt is at 10 goals and 18 assists for 28 points. Those 18 assists represent tops on the Devils, but those 10 goals are only tied. That's right. The Devils already have more than one player. As a matter of fact, 3 players in double digits goals. Let's find out who the rest are. Hughes is at 8 goals and 17 assists for 25 points. He shares at 10 goals and 11 assists for 21 points, so another one of those 10 goals. Nason is at 10 goals and 8 assists for 18 points. Hamilton, 3 and 14 for 17 total points. So you have 3 10-goal scorers for the New Jersey Devils and 3 players over 20 points already in the first quarter of the season, while the Nashville Predators stats are much more suppressed than that. 8 goals for the Nashville Predators is the lead by Philip Forsberg, plus 8 assists for 16 points on the season. That leads the Preds overall, is tied for the lead. Roman Josi has 4 goals and 12 assists for 16 points. Those 12 assists represent the number 1 on the Predators. Jonathan Marchessault stepping up, 4 and 8 for 12. O'Reilly, 3 and 9 for 12. And Steven Stamkos now in the top 5, 7 goals. That's second on the team, plus 4 assists for 11 overall points. Now, the anticipated goaltender matchup has UC Saros now with a record of 6-9-2, a goals against of 2.43, save percentage 9-1-8, and 2 shutouts on the season. So again, the win-loss record for UC Saros, not indicative of a great team, but the rest of the statistics are indicative of a fantastic goaltender who is playing at a very high level right now. Markstrom in net for the Devils, 9-5-1 on the year, 2.54 goals against average, a 907 save percentage with 1 shutout. All right, that's got you all set for the Predators' 1-game trip to New Jersey. If AEW Full Gear didn't destroy the entire Prudential Center, then the Predators will have a hockey game there on Monday night. Just kidding. I had a chance to watch that pay-per-view. Fantastic stuff. A lot of good things happening up there in Newark. You don't often say something like that now, do you? All right, I took a shot at my own home state. All right, that's got you set. Let's go back and talk about the Predators coming back home for a 1-game homestand after being gone for 2 weeks. It was Bridgestone Arena on a Saturday night, and the Winnipeg Jets, the best team in the NHL, coming to town to put the Predators in their place. Let's find out how things went. The Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap is coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. Hockey